Hello friends. So today we are going to do mock test number 3 of BFM, that is Bank Financial Management. And in this video we are having super 20 questions, and these 20 questions are concept based questions. So along with me you also solve and you can check your knowledge also. And in between I'll be giving some clue and tips also, so that it will help you in gaining additional knowledge. Okay, so here is the first question. Which of the following is not a function of back office of a treasury? So you must see what is the function of the back office treasury. So here are the options: generating deal, that is purchase and sale of foreign exchange and securities, etc. Option number 2, settling the trade after verifying internal control. Number 3, obtaining independent confirmation of deal from the counterparty. And number 4, verifying that rates prices mentioned in the deal slips are conforming to the market rates at the time of the deal. So here option 1 is not the function of the back office. So I'll show you here. That means in treasury wing, department is divided into three different departments. So number 1 is the front office, number 2 is the middle office, and number 3 is the back office. So functions of front office is means front office is responsible for carrying out day-to-day analysis and transactions relating to the management of funding, risk, cash, and liquidity. That means front office is responsible for direct dealing. Okay, so generating, dealing, purchasing, sale of foreign exchange and securities. So whatever the option is correct here, that means the first option is not related to the back office. So this is the function of the front office. Okay, now we'll see what is the function of the middle office. Only larger treasury will have a middle office, often picking up some of the roles under back office, commonly the reporting analysis. That means the role of the middle office is, or it's called the mid office sometimes also. So commonly the reporting and analysis type of roles are carried out by the mid office. Okay, now what is the function of the back office? Administration. Okay, that means back office administers support the front office, and its main function are to validate, confirm and verify, settle and account for deals. So as per the given question, all other option means settling the trade after verifying internal control, obtaining independent confirmation of the deal from the counterparty, and verifying that rates prices mentioned in the deal slips are conforming to the market rates at the time of the deal. These three options are the function of the back office. So here which is not the function? Option 1 is correct here. Okay, now question number 2. What is the difference between a bond and loan? So options are here. Loan has normally fixed rate of interest, is correct. Bond price is dependent on the market interest rate movement, this is also correct. Yield to maturity value can be known easily in a bond, yes, this is also correct. That means all are the differences between, that means okay, that means all three are correct regarding difference between bond and loan. So option 4 is correct here. Now question number 3. Which of the following is correct regarding option contract? Okay, an option which can be exercised only any time before the expiry date is known as American option. Okay, it's also correct, because in American option, this option can be exercised any time before the expiry of the date. Okay, but in European option, an option which can be exercised only an expiry of the date is called European option. So both the options are correct here. Okay, that means I'll repeat once again here. As per American option, that option can be exercised any time before the expiry of the date, whereas as per European option, this can be exercised only after expiry of the date. So both options are correct here. So what is correct here? Number 4 is correct. Means both 1 and 2 are correct here. Now question number 4th. Which of the following is correct? Treasury options are concerned with market risk. Number 2. Treasury operations has no link with the credit risk. And number 3. Credit risk in treasury operations are contained by exposure limit. Okay, so I'll repeat once again. Which of the following is correct? Treasury operations are concerned with market risk. Treasury operations has no link with the credit risk. And number 3, credit risk in treasury operations are contained by exposure limit. So you have to tell me which of the following are correct. Okay, so if you see the options here, all the options are correct here. That means treasury operation are concerned with the market risk and treasury operation has no link with the credit risk. Okay, that means treasury has no link with the credit risk. Credit risk is always linked with the branches. Okay, so all operations are means all options are correct here. Okay, that means 1, 2 and 3. So fourth one is means option 4th is correct here. Now question number 5th. Find out the income to be recognized at Smart Bank Limited for the year ended 31st March 2013 in respect of interest on advances as detailed below. Okay, so that means Smart Bank is there. Details are given here. Performing assets and NPA. In performing asset, interest earned, interest received, and in NPA also interest earned and interest received are given here. So under the interest earned, term loan it is 240 and interest received is 160 and NPA interest earned is 150 but received is only 10 crore, 10 lakh not crore. Cash credit in overdraft, interest earned 1500, interest received 1240, NPA interest earned is 300 and interest received is 24. Bills purchased and discounted under interest earned it is 300, interest received is 300, under NPA interest earned is 100 and interest received is 40. So we have to find out the interest on advances. Okay, so this we have to keep in mind. Under the NPA, whenever the some income is there actual received, that is only taken on the books of account. Okay, so that means whatever interest we will take, that under NPA will take only 10, 24 and 40. This point you have to keep in mind. Okay, but under performing asset we can take interest earned. Okay, that means whatever interest earned is there, that we can take into account. Okay, where the NPA will take only the interest received, actual received. Okay, so under the term loan, what is the earning is there under performing, it is 240 and plus 10, so it will be 250. Okay, so that means where we are reaching at the option 3. Okay, 250. Interest on CC and OD, same pattern will follow here. Interest on CC and OD, so we'll take 1500 plus 24. Okay, so we are getting 1524. Interest on bill purchased and discounted, that means we are having 300 plus 40, so 340. So option 3rd is correct here. Okay, now question number 6. Which of the following are free currency in foreign exchange market? So options are USD, rupee and euro. That means USD is free currency and euro is also free currency, but rupee is not free currency. Okay, so what are the options are correct here? 1 and 3. That means option 3 is correct. Option 2nd is correct here, 1 and 3. Okay, now regarding rupee, although there is a lot of freedom to exchange local and foreign currency at market rates, Indian rupee is partially convertible currency. Okay, that means exchange of higher amount is restricted and still needs approval from the RBI. That's why Indian rupee is not fully convertible currency. That means it is called partially convertible currency. Okay, now question number 7. Notice money refers to placement of fund for period not exceeding. Okay, so notice money is option is 14. I'll just give the description here how this answer 14 is correct here. So starting with the call money. Okay, call money is the borrowing or lending of funds for one day only. Okay, if borrowing and lending only for one day, we'll call it a call money. And where the money is borrowed or lent for period between 2 days to 14 days, it's called notice money. That means from 2 days to 14 days. Okay, and if it is more than 14 days, then it's called term money. That borrowing will be called as a term money. That's why our option is correct, means 14 means 14 days. That means 4 option is correct here. Okay, now next question number 8. NEFT is an electronic fund transfer system that operates on, okay, and blank is given basis with settlement transaction in batches. Okay, so everybody knows that NEFT works on how many batches? 48 batches. 24 hours, 48 batches means every half an hour. Okay, that means now what is the DNS here? DNS is deferred net settlement, because NEFT always work based on the deferred net settlement. In NEFT, net settlement is there, whereas in RTGS it is gross settlement is there. Okay, so this is the main difference between NEFT and RTGS. In RTGS, gross settlement, where the NEFT deferred net settlement is there. Okay, now question number 9. Consider the following statement in context with treasury bills. Number 1, they are issued by Government of India on behalf of RBI. Oh, this is wrong statement. They are issued by Government of India. They are issued by RBI on behalf of the Government of India. Okay, they are mostly of short-term borrowings. Okay, and treasury bills cannot be purchased by any person resident of India. Okay, so you have to tell me which among is are correct. Okay, so you have to tell me which options are correct here. So which option is correct here? You have to tell me. Option 1 is 100% wrong, and option 3 is also 100% wrong, because treasury bills cannot be purchased by any person. Treasury bills can be purchased by any person. Okay, so option 2 is correct here. They are mostly for short-term borrowings. Okay, so option 2 is correct here. Now question number 10. Absorption of liquidity by RBI is done through from to bank under a transactions. So absorption of liquidity is done by borrowing and reverse repo. Okay, whenever the RBI wants that they want to absorb liquidity from the market, they borrow from the bank, and that is called reverse repo. Okay, reverse repo. Otherwise, if it is repo, the bank will borrow from the. Okay, so this borrowing and reverse repo is the correct answer. Now question number 11. Post shipment finance in foreign currency is called, okay, EBRD, EEFC, and PSEF and PCFC. So post shipment foreign means post shipment finance in foreign currency is called EBRD. So what is the full form of EBRD? Export bills rediscounting. Okay, as the name suggests, export bills rediscounting, but it is post shipment. Okay, so EBRD is provided to exporters for discounting of export bills at rates linked to internationally competitive interest rate at post shipment stage. Okay, then what is called pre-shipment? So pre-shipment has two type of currency, means foreign currency may be there and INR may be there. Okay, so exporter can also avail pre-shipment credit in form of PCFC. And what is form of PCFC? Packing credit in foreign currency. And if they are taking in INR, it will be called as export packing credit in INR. That means EPC. Okay, EPC. As the name suggests, this facility is given only to procure raw materials, do processing and packaging till final shipment happens. Okay, If it is after shipment, then become the EBRD. Okay, now this concept is clear. Okay, moving ahead. Question number 12th. Question number 10th is ECGC classified countries into how many categories according to the country risk. Okay, so ECGC classifies countries into 7 categories. Which are the 7 categories? I'll just show you here. The 7 categories are A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2 and D. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? So risk perception means A1 is insignificant risk, means no risk at all. A2 is low risk. Okay, B1 is moderately low risk and B2 is moderate risk and C1 is moderately high risk and C2 is high risk and D is very high risk, means very high risk. So these are the 7 categories. So starting with the A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2 and D. A1 is very low risk, that means no risk at all. It's called insignificant risk. So in this pattern you can remember these categories. Okay, now next question 13. Credit risk cannot be mitigated by. That means which of the following factors cannot mitigate the credit risk? Accepting collaterals, credit derivatives, entering into forward contract and diversification of advances. So if you see here option entering into forward contract will not reduce the credit risk. Okay, all other options mean accepting collateral will reduce the credit risk, credit derivatives also reduce the credit, diversification of advances also we do in the retail lending, so is also reduce the credit risk. So what is the forward contract? Okay, so answer is forward contract will not reduce the credit risk. Forward contracts eliminate the uncertainty about future changes in exchange rates. Okay, that means forward contract will help you to reduce the exchange rate risk. Okay, so companies can plan ahead knowing that regardless of the market changes, they will be able to exchange currency at a fixed rate. Okay, that means with the help of forward contract, we will be able to manage the exchange rate risk. Okay, now 14 question. Treasury uses a variety of money market instruments to optimize return on funds. Which of the following is not a money market instrument? So you might be seeing here in this video, most of the questions are from the treasury only. Okay, so here the question once again here, treasury uses a variety of money market instrument to optimize return on fund. Which of the following is not? Okay, so you have to select which of the following is not money market instrument. Okay, so treasury bill number 1 is correct 100%. It is a money market instrument. Okay, CBLO, collateralized borrowing and lending obligation. Okay, so this is not a money market. We see the other option also. Corporate debt papers is also money market instrument and certificate of deposit also money market instrument. So here CBLO. So we must know what is CBLO. So CBLO stand for collateralized borrowing and lending obligation. So what is CBLO? CBLO is a money market instrument that represent an obligation between a borrower and lender. Okay, and these instruments are operated by Clearing Corporation of India Limited (CCIL) and Reserve Bank of India. Okay, with CCIL members being institution with little or no access to the interbank call money market in India. That means this is not linked with the, see the question, this is not linked with the treasury. Okay, so CBLO are operated by CCIL. Okay, this is the main difference. The instrument work like a bond where the lender buys the CBLO and borrowers sell the money market instrument with interest. That means this is the instrument work like a bond where lender buys the CBLO. Now lender buying the CBLO ulta. Okay, lender are buying the CBLO and borrowers sell the money market instrument with the interest. Okay, so this is the difference between the all other options: treasury bill, CBLO, corporate debt papers and certificate of deposits. Okay. Now, next question is here 15 number. Protection of risk in a transaction usually through derivative product is called. Okay, protection of risk in a transaction usually through derivative product is called hedging. Okay, so hedging is the protection of risk in transaction usually through derivatives product is called hedging. Okay, and other options are given here: insurance, swap, hedge, and arbitrage. So we'll see insurance. Everybody knows what is the meaning of insurance. We'll see what is the meaning of uh, swap, arbitrage. So hedging will explain once again here. So hedging is a strategy that tries to limit risk in financial assets. Okay, popular hedging technique involve taking offsetting position in derivatives that correspond to an existing position. Other type of hedges can be constructed via other means like diversification. Okay, that way hedging is the call that try to limit the risk in financial assets. Okay, now number swap. Swap is a derivative contract through which two parties exchange the cash flow or liability from two different financial instruments. Okay, most swap involve cash flow based on the notional principal amount such as loan or bond, although the instrument can be almost anything. Okay, now arbitrage occurs when an investor can make a profit from simultaneous buying and selling. Okay, that means investor is buying and selling simultaneously. Okay, a commodity in two different markets. For example, gold may be traded on both New York and Tokyo stocks and simultaneously. Okay, that's called arbitrage. Okay. Now, question number 16. The following limits in treasury are meant for controlling market risk. Okay. Options are counterparty interbank exposure limit. Number 2, settlement and pre-settlement limits. Number 3, intraday overnight open position limit and stop loss limit. Number 4th option, overseas borrowing limit prescribed by RBI. So, as per the given question, following limits in treasury are meant for controlling market risk. Okay, so treasury they apply intraday, overnight, open position limit and stop loss limits here because they are talking about the limit. Okay, so treasury they apply intraday, overnight, open position and stop loss limits. Understood? Now, next question 17. Jai pays ABC company 10,000 rupees in December for ABC to perform services for J in 45 days. That means Jai pays rupees 10,000 to ABC to do some work. ABC uses the accrual basis of accounting. In December, ABC will debit cash for 10,000. Correct? That means what will be the other account involved in December accounting entry prepared by ABC? Okay, so ABC company has already debited his cash book because he is receiving the cash book. He will debit the cash book by rupee 10,000 rupees. But by which account he will credit? Okay, so he will credit as which type of account receivable because it become asset. Okay, he will receive, so he become account receivable asset is correct here. Not prepaid is not correct here. Service revenue is not correct here. So earned revenue liability is wrong here. So account receivable asset is the correct option for this. Okay, that means account receivable account will be credited. Now next question number 18. Select the incorrect statement. So in this you have to select the which is the incorrect. All are correct, but one is incorrect. Currency carrying higher rate of interest is always at a discount. Is correct. The currency which is earn always higher interest is always at a discount. Okay, this you keep in mind. Currency having higher rate of interest is always at a discount. Currency having lower rate of interest is always as a premium. Okay, now see the option number 2. Domestic interest rate of rupee is generally lower than the interest rate of USD. Okay, so now rupee is at the lower interest rate, so rupee must be at the premium. So option this is correct here. Rupee is at discount. Okay, so this option seems correct. But we'll see other options also. Forward rate of USD oblique INR is higher than spot rate. Okay, or dollar on a forward rate is worth more than the today. So because the forward rate is higher, so dollar will be the worth more than the rupees. Correct statement. Number fourth option, you can see interest rate of euro is higher than the interest rate of USD. Now interest rate of euro is higher, so euro must be at discount. Hence forward rate of euro is discount to USD. So this option is also correct. So as per option 2 is incorrect here. Now next question here. Exchange traded product have the following features. That means whatever the product is traded in exchange, that means in our India we are having NSE and BSE, there is no counterparty risk. Yes, correct. No, because exchange is involved here. Only members of exchange can trade. Is also because registered members are there. Minimum margin is maintained. Is also correct. So all three options are correct here. 1, 2, 3. All options are correct here. Now we have come to the last question. So default risk in treasury means, that means in treasury, what is the meaning of default? So failure of the borrowing bank in call money market to repay the amount on due date to the lending bank. Okay. Or possible failure of the counterparty to the transaction to deliver settle their part of transaction. So option 2 is correct here because counterparty has failure. Okay, because they are talking about the failure of the counterparty, because in treasury the counterparty is involved. So possible failure of the counterparty to the transaction to the deliver settle at the part of transaction. Okay, so option 2 is correct here. So with this we have concluded 20 questions. Okay, so you must have checked your answers also. You must score more than, that means you must solve more than 12 correct answers. Understood? So most of the questions were based on the treasury. So with this we'll finish our video. Next video we'll do some questions on case study. Okay, so keep watching my next video also. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Good day.